chilling day. What up, Wes? What it do? Long time. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Hope good. Why am I wearing glasses? Be in disguise. Mask? Everybody's wearing a mask nowadays, right? What up, y'all? We back. I had to do it. Shout out to the homie Wes Suave. Kitty, hit him. Energy status. So yeah, here we are, man. About to bring some footage. Hope you guys like it. He's asked me a couple of questions. I've never done this with the homies interview, so we'll see how it goes. Black.
Hey, what's up, fam? Here another episode of the Culture Vlog. Today we have a special guest, Energy Status, and yours truly, Wes Suave here. So what's up, man? What's up, Energy Status? What do you introduce yourself to the culture?
It's a plane. It's a bird. Look at that fucking dope ass plane. It's Energy Status.
Yeah, man. So why don't you tell the culture, like who you are, what is it that you do, and what is it you about?
Well, me, originally, I used to be just a freestyle MC. I would just freestyle new battles and stuff like that. Then I got into recording and doing just like underground hip hop, which that's where the music started from.
Yeah.
But then I started like doing events, like being a part of an event, selling tickets, the whole thing. When you first start, and I noticed that like some of the promoters were not really doing things right for the artists, so I started taking it into my own hands, and just like doing it my way and whatever. So I started getting known as doing that.
Okay.
And I'm an artist.
But you're an artist, and then you also like to be involved in like all that
network,
and the shows and all that stuff.
Network, rapping, grind.
All right, man. We'll get more into that right now and shit. But right now, let's just talk about where you from, where you grew up and all that stuff. Like, can you tell everybody where you grew up?
I grew up all around the city, so I could be Tustin, Orange, sometimes Santa Ana. I've been everywhere. I'm from OC.
Oh, okay. So local to Orange County. Man.
Yeah, well, Orange County, OC, let's go.
Shout out to Orange County all day, So, yeah, man. So and then and where you go to school? Like where was like the main city that you stayed at where you were growing up and then you went to school?
Tustin, let's go.
Okay, so where school did you go to there?
I went to different schools actually. I went to different schools. I can't say.
In Tustin.
Different ones. My main one would have been Columbus Tustin. That's middle school, and then high school, Foothill High School.
And
summer school, Tustin High.
And how would you describe like growing up like on that time like in Tustin, like where you were going to school?
Man, you know what? In Tustin, we were like very hip hop. That's what it was.
Okay.
We're very, very into the hip hop culture.
So, like you were still like really involved when you were like
the whole graffiti, breakdancing, DJing, and MCing. That was all about
the elements and shit.
All my homies were doing that at the time. They were older than me, so I kind of.
That's where you picked up a little bit and stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Growing up on that time, what was like a good memory that you can bring up right now that you're like, oh damn, that comes up to my head like right now that I remember out of those times?
Damn, the one time when Chino XL, hip hop artist, one of the best MCs of all time, I seen him at a spot called Malone's, and he was rocking the show. And me, I'm always hyped up when they see my artists, and I was like, Chino XL, woo!
Shout out to Chino XL.
Yeah, shout out to Chino XL. I was excited, and this guy took my phone. He started rapping to it, got the crowd hyped, and gave it back to me.
Oh, damn!
That's a hip hop moment, what I call it.
Yeah, so that was around that time that you were going like high school. Yeah, because I think that
was more like towards the beginning of college. I was just out of high school, beginning of college time. Yeah.
Feels it.
I met Rascast too after that. I met Percy P. I met R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. I actually met him in person.
Yeah, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
Man. He's a cool cat. He very smart individual, very business. Very humble, and very gifted with the music, man. That's probably the biggest, you could say, hip hop mogul I met that inspired me.
That's crazy.
That I met.
That's one of the moments that you're like, damn, like.
Yeah, I mean, I could say if I met Kanye, but imagine, shit, don't we all want to meet Kanye? That was
Hell
a
yeah.
genius, you know.
He's a genius, definitely. So growing up in Orange County, what would you rate it? 1 out of 10.
What would I rate? What?
Orange County.
Orange County, depending. It just depends on what it is. Music, fashion.
No, just living. That's what I'm saying. Just living.
I'm gonna be honest. The way
Yeah,
it's looking
honest,
right now,
honest,
bro, it's
honest.
probably a 3, man.
Yeah, all right.
Because like, there's a lot of, you know, crazy people out there in the streets that are not even gangsters or not your enemies. They're people you don't even know, and they're just being extra and destructive, and you know,
I
just
see
in
what
the
you're
way
saying.
of the hustle,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like.
Like,
I'm
it
not
puts
gonna
a
say,
bad look into the-
well, we're a 10 or we're a 7 because we're not because of those type of people. Other than that, how we roll, we're a motherfucking 10. We make shit
Hell yeah.
get done right. That's what we do. We make shit.
Now, would you recommend somebody like you live in Orange County here, or like
It just depends what they want to do, bro. Like Orange County is more for my view is someone that wants to like get out the streets and get into business. Because you can't compare Orange County and be like, oh, Compton and Long Beach. It's different, right?
It's different.
So that's why
different.
here it would be more like someone that wants to do business, get out from the slums and do a little better, you know?
Yeah, true that.
Just because someone's in the ghetto or the hood or whatever doesn't mean they're not good people.
Yeah.
It's their environment that they're in. That's what the cards they
Just
were dealt
depends.
with. You know?
So I feel what you're saying. It just depends on what you're trying to do, you know? So.
But here, it's like that. We're at a 3. We need to get better just because,
Alright.
you know,
that, bro.
as it is, the pandemic, you know, has all these shows not happening.
I know,
has
man.
a bunch of stuff that's not cracking down. All the videos that we had in mind were on hold.
Everything's on
all
hold.
the production and all that stuff was on hold. So
a lot of people,
in reality,
it's not just here, like everywhere, you know. But like,
for us, what we were working
like,
for,
the
and the whole
movement
team,
that's going
shout
on,
outs, you know, to the whole team, JG, the
Shout out
Rebel,
JG, the
Duro, Calles de la Calle, all the people
the
that have
camp.
worked with us, you know. You know,
out, man.
some people are in LA, some are around here. We still see you guys are making moves, you know.
and
Respect
that's
to all
good.
y'all.
It's all
Keep
about the
hustling,
network and shit, you know.
you know. But as for what we're doing right now, it's we're on our way to go somewhere now. It's just we had to stop alongside with everybody stopping for the pandemic.
a lot of things happen, you know.
That's why you guys don't see me all like, hey, what to do with all that before, because you know we pretty much took a big L. If we gotta be honest with the whole music shit, we took a big L by not being able to do the 3 shows we were gonna do and all the shit we were planning, you know. But it is what it is, you know. We still keep it moving and we still gotta do music, and this is what we love to do. You know, they could easily say, oh, why do you go to school and get a bachelor and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we could. If you really want to, you can. And go for it. The ones that do, it's good.
I think we're like.
But we're artists. I always
artists.
call the homie, or he'll call me, even my homie up in Tennessee, my homie Adro, and I'll be like, fuck work. And he's like, fuck work. Fuck work. Fuck work.
We're those type
you know?
of people that want to be thinking, like artists want to be thinking outside the box. We don't go by like the regular world rules, you get me?
Yeah, bro. Like,
that's dope, man. That's pretty good. So now, let's start getting into like your craft. Like, when did you start rapping? When was it that you started rapping and you're like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna take this serious and I'm gonna start recording myself and all this stuff. When was that?
I've been rapping since I was 15.
15? Okay.
When I was 10, 11, 12, 13, up to 14, I used to write poetry.
Okay.
So, you know.
So like kind of like help you, like it's like
Yeah.
like writing, right?
Yeah, listening to like Big Pun, Big L, Biggie, Eminem, DMX, Busta Rhymes, all that.
So like all of them
Method Man, Rap Man,
you would
they got
say-
me into rapping.
You would say they're like your main influence.
Yeah, to
like,
rapping,
to
yeah.
start rapping?
Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Common. It depends on like what area, because I could also say like Goody Mob, I could say Field Mob, I could say Outkast, or I could go and say like,
Yeah, so
you know,
a lot. It's
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're all like, they were people making moves in this music, and I was like, hey man, you know, that shit makes me feel good.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
they're
amped up.
They're
you
the
know?
pioneers, man.
Yeah.
Like, I believe if it wasn't for them, like all of the artists that like are come up right now, like us, you know, like we would have.
But
no
everything really
inspiration.
changed for me, bro, when I met Michelo Els and my homie DJ Kaboom. I met them both at Orange Coast College.
They're like
Yeah,
more personal.
yeah.
level
Those
that
are
got
the
you
people
into,
that really
like,
got me into like being more out there. And of
Okay.
course, my homie Duro, as we were growing up, we would always do music, record in the garage, freestyle. We go to battles, and
So
we
that
were
was like
really
your
about it.
original family.
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I still
Okay.
respect all my homies, man.
Yeah.
They're all very talented. I would never not mention them, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I got other homies up like Rollo Styles in the production level. Got the homie Noah Jones from before.
Yeah.
Got the homie Damian Reds. I could drop names all day of other people that like have helped me out. They're like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but
They're the
that's good,
ones.
you know, like just to
And of
just
course,
just to name a few right now.
We
you
can't
know,
forget
yeah.
that you produce too. So like, you know,
produce
the
too,
homie
hell
West
yeah.
makes beats. You guys need beats? Holla at them.
Yeah,
Let them
man.
know.
Right now, I'm not just focused on the rap, but like I do get into beats, you know. When it's like personal stuff,
Yeah.
like for homies and stuff like that,
Of course.
I'll get into the production
Part of the camp.
too,
We
yeah.
are in the camp. That's
Yeah.
how we do it. Like, if we see that someone's with our camp and we know that they're going somewhere and we see that they're real about
Yeah,
it,
man.
they're dedicated, and
Yeah,
we work with you guys.
and that's
you
the
know?
point of this like series, you know, just to show everybody else like the movement that we got like going on, like the everything that's going on and shit.
But the
like,
reason I was talking about that too is because Michelo Els, my homie,
Okay.
he makes these beanies right here, bro. You know?
Oh,
Sky
what is
Gum
that?
Clothing.
oh
Sky
damn.
Gum, yeah. So like, I learned a lot
So-
from
oh, so
him on
that-
the
like,
fashion,
that's
fashion,
okay,
and,
yeah.
and all that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And with Kaboom, I learned about the shows, greeting the people, putting the shows together, like details and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
DJ Melion on the side too when we were doing music with him. And then of course my homie Romo, you know,
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the camp
Oh, yeah.
too.
Dope camp.
He,
yeah,
he
we already had
engineers
him
and
here.
everything.
I already had him here. In the
See,
interview,
hey, so we're bringing the right people.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good, you know.
yeah, he's a pretty dope artist too.
But we
Romy.
appreciate it, you
Yeah.
know. Me and the homies that couldn't make it today or whatever, because you know people want to roll and it's like, hey, it's just for today. I'm only
Yeah.
doing the interview. But I do
Yeah.
have some people that want to come and do an interview.
Oh hell yeah! It's all. That's what I'm saying. It's
There,
all
a lot of the
network,
people
man.
that I'm gonna bring, dude, like they probably seen them before,
Yeah.
but not the way you're gonna do the interview for them, bro. Like this is
Yeah.
gonna get
Yeah,
respect to the culture
oh, yeah.
blog more.
That's the
respect.
point, and that's the point. You
Yeah.
know, that's pretty dope, man. So now moving on to you know, keeping on with your music. So, out of all these people you mentioned, who like you consider like your favorite rapper that you said like, damn, this was the one that really like took the first spot. You know, like your-
Like in the other artists that I got influenced by.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, dude, it's hard because
That's-
I always say my top three for me is Big L, Biggie, and Big Pun. Not in that order, but,
Yeah, but
those
they're
are the
all-
three.
hell
Those
yeah.
are the three, you know?
bars all day,
Yeah.
bars all day, bro. So.
But then, you know, Eminem's from a different time. Kanye's from a different
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I get-
DMX
oh,
is
okay,
from
I
a
see what
different
you're
time.
saying.
So
I see what you're
there's a
saying,
lot,
like,
but I
yeah.
know where they go because I
Yeah.
could say Method Man and Rap Man too. Like, you know?
But you see what I'm saying?
Wu Tang, then it goes
yeah.
into groups.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you see how you brought
Biggie,
up,
though, Biggie.
Yeah, you see how you brought up all of those, like those
Yeah,
three.
Biggie all day.
Like, for sure that's gonna be like your main ones, you know, all the time, regardless, because like those are the ones you started like
Yeah.
listening to,
And the
brought you-
Spanish trap tempo, you know,
Okay.
Vico C and the hip
Oh,
hop
it's a lot.
Spanish.
dude.
It's a lot, bro.
of
Yeah,
stuff.
of
Yeah, I
course.
feel what you're saying. Like it's like different like categories. And all that shit.
I'm a hip hop head. That's why I love
Yeah.
hip hop and I love music. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, what about favorite song?
Damn, that's always a hard one, dude. Because
That's a hard
once
one.
again, it could be a group or it could be an artist. Like
Just the one that comes up to your head right now.
right now. No, I can't.
It
do
could
that.
be old. It could be the new school, whatever, bro.
Um,
Like something that you bumping.
What
a lot
about
right
when
now.
Biggie says, I'll make your mouth obese like the Laries, whatever else, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
say everything because then they can be like, oh, why you reciting his lyrics? But you
That's
know,
okay, bro.
it's called Good Kiss, Good Night or something like that. That's a
Okay.
weird name,
Yeah, I
but
think I know what you're talking about.
that song is hard because the beat is dope, dog.
Yeah.
Like, and how he's talking about it, like, it's just dope. Like his delivery and the wordplay, the beat, how it goes down. It's just like an orchestra, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see
Mhm.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man. Let's see.
And yeah, Biggie, of course, you know. But other people say Tupac or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's them, you know. But for me, like, I was more about
Yeah. No, I mean, no, trust me. Like you would think that, but like it's a lot of people that just it's still divided. Like it's.
But it's like
50-50,
people want to
you know?
compare them. One's like a street poet,
Oh, yeah,
and one's
no.
like a lyricist, hustler.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's
It's different. It's like
exactly.
New York is different. Back in the day was different by what it was in Cali at that time.
But,
you know.
but
like,
Tupac will always still be East Coast, even though he was here.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Yeah, he was.
So when they ask me
over
who's your
there.
favorite West Coast
Yeah.
rapper, I'll say Ice Cube all day because that's just
West
me.
Coast, like OG West Coast.
Yeah, of course, Ice Cube. And from the new ones, well, Nipsey's gone, so
but still man,
Nipsey. But then Kendrick's
Nipsey.
dope too.
Kendrick.
It took me a while to like Kendrick, to be honest with you.
I was sleeping on Kendrick for
Me
a
too,
while.
for a
I was sleeping
while,
on
bro.
Kendrick for a while, but
Mm-hmm.
man, like you really get into it, like all his albums, like it all makes what I like about him is all his albums make sense. Like it's not like all like he's saying talking about a topic and then just jump something else and the album is all over. Like all his albums is like you could understand what he's talking about in his whole album. You get me?
Mhm.
So that's
He's very talented.
yeah.
But on the new
And
rap,
that's hard to do. To actually put an album like that. Like it's not easy.
on the new rap shit, I would say Tyga and Jeezy.
Tyga and Jeezy, West Coast.
Yeah,
West
and
Coast.
YG. You know, why not?
Yeah, YG is really dope. Yeah,
That's
I
like the
fucks
new
with-
style of like
yeah.
bouncy music.
Yeah,
But what
like
really got me really motivated, dog, on the hustler shit,
Nipsey.
Young Jeezy.
Oh, I was like,
Of course.
what? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, bro, the
Damn.
snowman. 'Cause,
Young
like, his-
Jeezy.
yep, his-
Yeah.
Like the way he puts his albums together and the stories, like I
Like,
can
you like
relate
the
to
way
it. Like when
he
he
did-
did
okay.
the Recession or Thug Motivation 101, I was like, oh dude, I feel that shit. Oh, that's what's up. You know, like
Oh, that's
I could
crazy.
understand what's going.
Yeah,
and
he's really good. Yeah,
and I know some of the cats from his camp,
like
from
some of his
CTE.
camp? Okay.
from CTE.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like I've met some of them in the past. I've kicked it with them. This is years back when I used to do a lot of shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So I know that like what they're about.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah,
what they do.
yeah.
You know, they're on the hustle.
All right. And then what about for what will be a good advice that you have for somebody that's trying to get into like rapping or get into the scene and shit like that?
Honestly, like if you're doing this, and like I've heard other artists talk about it before, if you're doing this just for the money, go get a job. If you're trying to do this for like because something that you like and you're good at it and you're
Yeah,
dedicated
man.
to it, you turn it into a career, right?
Yeah.
And you just continue growing from it. Like some people start as rappers and become producers. Some producers become rappers. Some DJs become just hosts. Some beat makers become fashion designers. Like hip hop is big. It's just
Yeah,
the
yeah,
culture
yeah.
of everything.
The culture.
You know? Yeah,
that's
it's
what I'm
just
saying. It's the
culture.
whole culture. you
But
know?
I'm not gonna be cliche. Oh, whatever you do, don't give up on your dreams. Fuck all that, man. You just gotta go and get it, and that's it, man. Nothing can stop you. There could be nothing that can stop you. You know?
Hell yeah.
Because you want it that bad. If not, then you wouldn't be doing it. That's why, as for me, and obviously the homie, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do something different. You know, this is what we do. This is what we're about. We're passionate about this. People know that we do this. You know, we like to network, and that's what it's about. Network all the time.
Yeah, like, that's one thing, you know, like if you want to get into all this music and rapping stuff, like on the whole culture scene, you definitely got to keep that in mind, you know, like ask around people, like what's the worst that somebody can tell you when you're asking about something? No, you know, that's it. That's all like.
And if it doesn't work with one person, go to the next one.
Yeah.
There's many people that want to work, believe.
Man. Yeah.
And don't
then-
get hyped up on like, oh, I have fucking 1 billion followers. But it's like,
Yeah,
you
that's-
you could have that, but when it comes to doing shows,
That's something.
That's
else.
where it's
yeah,
at.
that's something else.
that's
you know?
when we see if the crowd really fucks with you.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's a lot of people capping on the IG. You know, they go to like Capping
Yeah.
101 University and shit. You know.
It's
They
like,
cap too
nowadays,
much.
all,
It's like-
all
See, this is the
ads-
thing, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. So it's like the pandemic took place, and then people turn into models, fashion designers, shit they never
OnlyFans.
had done. OnlyFans, all the stuff that people are doing,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Just because they want the attention from the people. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you doing? Let me be a clown and dance stupid or do
Nah,
something
you see,
challenge
that's-
and all that. They
Yeah,
started doing
I
that,
seen that. I know,
but
I see
because
what
of the
you're talking about.
desperate
Yeah,
measure. It wasn't
desperate,
because
yeah.
that's something they always did. Like, I'm not gonna say names because I don't want to burn nobody.
Right. No, I mean,
but there's a lot of
people know.
people,
People
and
know.
we see them.
Yeah.
and
You
they
would-
see us.
We know who's capping and
Yeah,
who's
we
not,
know who's
you
capping and who's not.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to say this, bro. Like, the pandemic hit, and all of a sudden they became this, and
Yeah,
that. But
I
before
do-
that,
I-
they were always lagging on us, wasting our time, and like tarnishing the network. You know, so that's why there's some people that don't roll in the camp anymore, with no drama, obviously. But it's like their priorities is being clowns or
Oh,
whatever part-time thing they
survival
want to
of the
do.
fittest, that's all
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
you
But
know?
what I'm saying is, they started doing that whole thing, right? And then they stopped
fell
doing
off.
music.
Yeah, they fell off.
I thought they're supposed to like do everything combined. It's like, no, these people fell off because they lost, and they were doing good, bro.
You know what,
At
bro?
one point,
Yeah,
I was like,
but
these
you know
people are
what?
killing it. What are you,
You know
guys
what?
doing?
I
Like,
think that when that happens is because they really they don't have a passion for it. That's why. That's what it is, bro. Like that's how I think. You know, I don't know how you see it, but I feel like it's like that. You know, like if they fall off for some reason or put excuses, like, and it wasn't in you since the beginning. You know, like no matter what, you're gonna.
you know how
push
many
it, bro.
times this past year I've gone through some situations music related, and I'm like, fuck, they took our beat. Fuck, that shit's on
Yeah.
the radio now.
I know, yeah.
That one song we
Yeah, I
did, and we
remember.
can't even
I
say which one
remember,
it
yeah,
is.
no, you cannot
And we
say
heard
that
it,
shit,
and
yeah.
I was like, dude, that's the beat. We were
Yeah,
like,
we're like
we'll hold
doing
on to
something
it.
to it. Yeah, we were
And
already doing something.
we're
to
doing
it.
something to it, and we put it on hold, and
Yeah.
now some whatever kind of rapper is on the fucking radio, and it didn't even. I told you that shit was gonna die off, bro.
Yeah.
Like that Taco Tuesday song shit was whack too. That shit died out. It went up and fell down right away,
Yeah, that's
bro.
how it is, bro.
Like call
That's
those
how
like
it is.
fucking.
It's like you're saying, like all these people that try to be,
Look at that
they're trying to be clowns and shit.
Yeah,
like that, you
and
know,
like, it's like
that. It's not gonna work like that. It
it's
doesn't
like
work like that.
It's
you
like
know?
It's like a jet with no fuel, bro. Instead of jet fuel, like a
or they
jet
don't-
with no fuel, like it
or
goes
they-
up and it just falls.
Oh,
because
it's
there's
not like
nothing
that.
to
Like
it.
you're aiming like to the moon, but you don't have enough fuel to get there. and
Exactly,
shit, you
pretty
know?
much, yeah.
That's pretty
So,
much what it is. You know?
But I don't hate on nobody.
Everybody
You guys
does
do
their
what you
thing,
guys
you
gotta
know?
do. It's cool. But stop the fucking capping, man.
capping.
Stop the capping.
No cap.
No capping allowed. Seriously.
No cap, fuck
No more capping.
Yeah, man.
2022. No more capping.
Yeah, but fuck all that bullshit, man.
I'm just saying,
Let's
you
get
know?
into something else. So, let's go over like, cause now that we're talking about it, we're homies, we're part of the same camp. So let them know like what is it that we've been like that we're up to and then what do we do, bro? Like,
Well,
'cause-
right now, because of default reason, I started producing. Like, I never thought I was gonna fucking do that shit.
And I told you, bro. I told you, hey, bro, if you really like, because he was.
I'm
like,
still
rapping
shocked.
all
That's
this
the
stuff,
that's
yeah.
the biggest shock of the fucking of this year.
And why? Why did you start producing?
I started producing because pandemic took place, and a lot of my close homies that are really gifted in producing and everything, they got a family, they got things to do, so everybody's busy. And it was like, oh, I can't do the session.
And not everybody's on call all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So fuck. One time, I'm not gonna say which artist, came to the studio and brought like 3 heads. I was like, fuck. And they wanted to record, and I was like, fuck. I was like, no one's available. Damn. So I pressed the fucking record button, and then I didn't know what else to fucking do. So what I
You're like,
did,
fuck it.
I went into an old file, bro. I deleted everything and left the
Oh, I
settings,
see
and
what
then
you
I
say,
just started
yeah.
fucking with it.
What program was that? What program?
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools.
And before that, I was using Fruity Loops.
Yeah, Fruity Loops. Yeah.
But I'm still.
There's a lot of.
That's one thing about me
Yeah.
right now, dude. I'm wanting to learn as many different programs, just to know what
Yeah.
else is there, you know. Because we're in pandemic, so
Hey.
it's like we gotta learn
Yeah.
as much as we can.
Yeah.
We are the school.
Hey, that's good. Like, cause some people like all the pandemic, all they did just fucking eat,
Yeah, you didn't get
watch
fat.
Netflix,
Watch Netflix and
all this
waste
shit.
time.
Like, that's good that like you took all this time just to start learning some shit. you
A
know?
lot of these people take
Hey,
a lot of time.
now you
just
can
to-
take like you can bring that as a conversation later. Like, hey, what are you doing the pandemic shit? I learned how to use Pro Tools.
I did, bro. That's what I learned.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
am I not committed to that shit, bro? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
hell
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I never thought I was gonna do that because all the
Bro.
homies do it, and I respect what they do. But
That's-
it's like I always have an ear for like, hey, I hear this or I hear that. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know?
Yeah, that's that. If anything, that's why I started producing too, bro. Because I was having a hard time finding people. Like I was writing, but was like, wait, how the heck am I gonna record this shit? You know? So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be waiting on nobody. I have to like do something, you know, like start learning this, and I start getting into beats and stuff like that, you know. So that's probably the next step for you. Like you're probably gonna.
I actually low key, I want to start making beats, but for now, my main focus, like as for me being just Energy Status, I want to drop some tracks this month. Finally, I have them. They've been there in the vault, like we always say. They're just there, they're just chilling. But now it's time to get them out soon. But I'm so picky. I want things to be so like at the most perfection, you know.
It's all good. Hey,
but
everybody's different.
We had look. Let's explain to these people what we did. So we had Got That Fire, sick ass fucking track.
Check that shit out on SoundCloud.
And we have it on SoundCloud, but we couldn't do nothing to it because there was an actual fucking fire. Remember, all around, and it was all over the news. Yeah, so it's like that's disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't want to be like drop a video and like Got That Fire when all this shit was going on.
Yeah, exactly. And it was our biggest track that we could have dropped like with a big video, but we didn't.
Yeah, because I mean, it could like a lot of people were like going through it, you know, like a lot of people in their houses and all that shit. So yeah, that was one thing, you know.
And right now we got a few tracks that we're still cooking up as a collab, collective and shit.
Yeah.
But you guys will be hearing that soon. But anybody that wants to work with us, hey man, we love music, you know. We understand you guys' vision.
We got that one, the Boss Call. That one that we dropped in like.
Oh, Boss Call.
That was the first track of the year.
The whole pandemic threw off everything. Yeah. No cap, bro, because
it did.
It was like we wanted to shoot, let's say, a quick little promo of the video more than what we had, and there was like all kinds of shit going on. It's like, nah, and it just wasn't the right vibe, you know. But what I did was like, fuck it, we can't do shows, we can't perform. That's why I got into producing, because it's like you're on stage.
You have to just have
in
to
there,
be
you know?
like hustling, doing something. You know, like that's all it is, man. And so yeah, like, and then so are you planning to start like getting into shows now that everything's going like kind of back to normal, or like what's the plan or what's going on?
See, this is what I've told people. I haven't retired from making shows, obviously, but right now it's not the time. For me, it's not.
So you wanna hold it up for right now?
For me, I'm chilling. I'm kicking.
When will you say like you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna start like working on getting some shows or something, bro?
Man,
top secret or what?
It is top secret, bro. We'll have to do a drop one day, but we are. It's gonna be soon, but I don't want to say it yet because of everything that's going on, dude. It's like it's not really about like fuck the government and all this shit people are on, you know. We've been saying that since we were youngsters, so it's not like nothing new. Yeah. We know that. We just don't go and do all kinds of stuff, you know?
We're past that shit.
Exactly. But at the same time, money-wise, we're going to invest money on a show and get nothing back. I'm cool on that.
I feel
because it's not smart move for us.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm at.
What you're saying. Yeah.
I could bring all the homies that are in the camp and their homies and all this and that and groups all over, but it's just going to be like for the fuck of it. I really want to see where this is gonna take us. You know, not only that, we had
the last show that we did. That shit was.
We had the homies with the other studio and fucking, you know, man. And you know, we went through some fucked up shit for real, for real.
Keep it moving,
and we kept it moving. But everybody be like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. I'm just gonna be doing culinary arts from now on. And I'm fucking, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and like you don't see me fucking becoming a fucking lumberjack out of nowhere or some shit, you know? Like, hey, be careful what you be talking, how you speak into existence and shit. No, but no, for real, dude. Like, we keep this music going, you know. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't be posting how I feel on the IG or whatever the case is. But I literally did go through it in my head. I was just fucking going crazy, like, fuck, did we just lose something we were gonna be on our way to make some big production, special effects and videos and all that? Like, I couldn't get that out of my head. But then when I started doing producing, I was like, okay, there's still hope.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you see that. There you go. Like, you see, everything happened for a reason. You know, that happened, but you learn a new skill, you know. So it's not like you didn't get nothing out of it. You know?
It's like, look at how we're talking right now, and we're vibing, you know, it's chill, whatever. And we would have never thought we'd be doing this right now because we can't do what we did at the Extreme Auto Fest.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
That shit was like
That was a big stage,
packed, bro.
Yeah, it was fucking
packed.
huge.
Remember
That
how
was a
good
big
it
venue.
felt when we went up on
That was a
stage?
big venue,
I was
yeah.
fucking running up there, whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
And
And
we're
you
like,
had your freaking
hey,
towel.
and I mean, we're not that big there. Like, we have our entourage doing everything for us. Nah, we were like going back and forth,
Yeah,
doing
we
everything
really,
ourselves.
and it feels
dude.
good when you know
Yeah.
that you're putting in your work for you to look
Independent,
right. Yeah,
independent,
independent.
All-
Because
all-
I've had
all
homies
day,
that are like,
you know?
hey man, so and so gonna sign a deal, this and that or whatever. But it's like we're not educated to know what's gonna happen once that deal's almost
Yeah.
up, or what is it that you really need to do? What are they expecting from you in
Yeah,
this
there's a
project?
business side to
The
this
business
shit.
side,
There's a
like
business
even
side to this
us or
shit,
even me,
yeah.
like I don't know that much about it. So
Yeah.
I've been looking into like reading more
Yeah,
about
just-
that myself,
but-
so I could understand.
But you at least are knowledgeable enough to know not to fuck yourself
Well, of
over
course,
and
yeah,
go
because
into
I've had
something like
homies that
you know?
went through that
Yeah.
already, and they don't even rap no more.
That's what I'm saying, you know. That's what I'm saying.
And they are really gifted, but it's like they got over it. It was a headache for them, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, fuck it, bro. And then, so tell the culture, where can they find your music? Where can they go follow you, or your social media, or
so pretty much, if you guys want to listen to my music, you guys could go to my SoundCloud. We'll be posting the link,
yeah, I'll post the link in the description.
and
for sure.
I have one track on Spotify, only one that I thought was worth. But this month I'm gonna be loading some new ones. And what else? And then just follow me in the IG. Hit up the homie West.
Yeah, I'll link.
Ask
I'll
him
link
about
all
all
that
my stuff.
Yeah,
You know.
I'll link all that in the description.
And
man.
when we do something, we just network. We wanna see. We wanted the youngsters. We want these youngsters to really like start leading the new generation of like, hey, this is how it's done. You
Yeah,
can
we're
do
gonna
it
keep
yourself.
it going. You know, we're gonna keep
The,
the next
you know,
generation.
DIY
shit.
kind of deal.
Yeah.
Do it yourself.
Independence.
You know,
stuff,
like
yeah.
you told me about that. Romo told me that. Duro told me that. Like, hey, do it yourself. Like, sometimes you just have to do it. Like, you can't just be waiting on a producer or engineer all the time. And it has nothing to do with it's their fault or your fault.
Nah,
No,
it's just
sometimes
that-
things happen.
Yeah, it happens.
And it's like, oh, so I'm not gonna do the track now? No, like, you know, we work with a bunch of different producers, and they're fucking killing it in the game right now. So shout outs to all of them. You know,
But for the same reason as like they like
along the way, we found the homie, you know, Flowtastic, the homie David, and like he's engineering our shit, and he's killing
Yes,
it for
he's
us,
killing
you
it
know.
right now.
We can't say
getting
like we can't
around,
include him. Like
yeah.
he's doing the thing, man. Like he makes our track sound good,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
he hustles too, man. Like,
And he's
hustles
on the
too. Like,
hustle, man.
He's on the hustle, you know. Like he got his own podcast going on, and he got like his own. He does on his side hustle on the production and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and
you know,
he
like,
takes this for
a
real,
lot of
on a
network. He
serious
brings
note.
a lot of network.
You know, we got a little youngster, you know, Dre that we record, you know, Dre K, and you know.
Well, actually, I just saw him yesterday.
Oh, that's
Dave,
what's up.
Yeah, I saw Dave on. No, not Dre. Dave.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I saw him on the studio. He did bring a new camp from I think it was from Pomona. So
Oh, word.
he's bringing network, man. I was
So
at the
see,
studio
that's
with
what
them, yeah.
we're about, network,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah, so-
that's what we got to say about that, and like that's what we got to say to new artists coming up. Like if you do it yourself, you'll learn on the way. You might not be the best, but that's why you have a team. Maybe like, hey, what do you think of this? Hey, this shit's trash. You should do this, or hey, that shit's tight, but it could be like this. You know, like we do that. You know, we help each other instead of like. Oh no, that shit's whack. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
no
you
one's
got-
better than nobody because
Yeah,
we're all here
gotta
still
surround
talking
yourself,
to you
you know,
guys
like-
and letting you know about what we're doing.
Yeah.
If we were better than whoever the fuck, we wouldn't even be here. We'd be somewhere else.
It's
and
all positive and
yeah,
shit. No-
exactly.
No, negative shit.
Yeah, not
Outta
about
here
that.
with that
No,
shit.
no, not
Outta
about
here with
that.
shit, you
Just
know?
the whole stop with the capping is true, you know. But you know, other than
Yeah,
that, like.
nothing else said. You know, that's more than enough.
You know, and shout outs to our photographers too that you know have put in their work for us.
I'm planning to
My
do
cousin
some
Yusk.
interviews. Yeah, I'm planning to do some interviews to photographers too.
Yeah.
So shout out to all of them, man. Hell yeah, they've been putting.
Yo,
in
homie
work too.
Saldivar,
Saldivar, yeah.
You know?
he's gonna come through and do an interview too.
your
so-
your nephew,
Yeah, my nephew too.
Flacco.
Yeah.
You know,
He's going
so
by
like
Flacco.
yeah, so like you know, there's people working for, you know, with us, and they're behind the scenes. The homie Ant, the homie Steven, like even though we're not all together at all times, like we communicate with each
All
other.
the
We're like a
network,
little
yeah.
street fam, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, man. And then, So anything else you want to add, man? Like any shout outs or anything like
Yeah,
that?
man.
Just anything that you
know,
want to add.
shout outs
before
to whoever's holding it down and keeping it real. Shout outs to the people that are like really hustling for this. And, shout outs to the people that respect us, respect the music, and respect the culture. We all say shout outs to our loved ones, our significant others. Thank you, God, overall, because if it wasn't for Him, we wouldn't be able to do this. And that's not being preachy or religious, it's the truth, So
Yeah,
it's
just
like
whatever you believe.
Yeah, shout out my little fam, my little zoo, my all my people, shout out my dog and the cat and everything else. Shout out everything. But for real.
Shout out.
I'm feeling good because it's been a while since I've been
know?
able to like talk and let people know what I'm thinking, and
just be
I'm always
yourself,
just
man.
so
That's
like
what it's all about,
trying to get this music going, trying to get all these deadlines met, like music for all the people in the camp. It's a lot of work, but it's good. It's good when it's like it reminds me of like when I went to college, and it's nothing than a better feeling than being like you could say stressed and overwhelmed over something that you're gonna accomplish and get done right because you spend your whole time getting ready for it, than being stressed over work or some stupid shit, like fuck work. But yeah, for real.
Fuck it, man.
It's all about like entrepreneurship.
Well, man, I think that does it for another episode of the Culture Blog.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification, the thumbs up. Leave a comment. What else you guys want us to talk about here in this blog? Bring up some ideas and stuff like that. Thanks for Energy Status for coming by. Hey, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for your time.
Boss call.
Let's get it. The Culture Blog, West Suave.
Hit him.
Status.
Sell botellas. Let's go.
Let's go.
Energy Status.
It's on. More shots of Patron. I like the way she move it when she dropping the flow. It's crazy, the way she shake it. We keep it like this, we might not make it. It's on. More shots of Patron. I like the way she move it when she dropping the flow. It's crazy, the way she shake it. We keep it like this, we might not make it. She a savage, but that's my type. Not you average stretcher, the girl be classy.